It's hard launch day. We're about a month in, 2 months total. A whole lot's happened, a lot's been learned, and the ride just beginning. Let's talk about it. Welcome to Outsider Information. I am your host, Brandon, and your strategic partner here with OIAS. As always, give a like, subscribe, and engage if there is anything here that resonates with you. Drink of the episode, Smoky Earl Grey. It's never too late in the day for a good cup of tea, and if you know anything about me, I like them strong and robust, which is why hopefully soon enough, this side quest of mine will also be up off the ground, and we will weave that into the fabric that is Outsider Information. But to the topic at hand, you saw the intro, hard launch day. So where does that put me right now? Monday, June 2nd, sometime in the afternoon. We have graduated from reluctance to acceptance. When I did the original video, a 3-week sprint to owning my own company, there was a reluctance that was there because it was brand new, it was fresh, and it was, I guess I'm going to do this. Now, while acceptance may not sound like much of an upgrade, if you know me, it is, because I'm certainly not Mr. Positivity. But when we look at the gradual shift from that to where I am now, there was a lot of work that went into that, right? Not just resigning to your situation being what it is, but accepting that you chose this, right? The intentional piece, that this is going to be what you're going to do moving forward, and whatever is going to come next. I did speak to somebody who said from acceptance is going to blossom something else that's going to take this to new heights. So as I work towards that, right now, we're good. We've accepted what's going on, and we're going to make it as good as we can. There is a level of pride that comes with this. I did do an announcement on Facebook this morning, something that I really struggled with thinking that I was going to do. I didn't want to tie myself to what I do professionally because I've worked so hard the last few years to distance the two personalities because I think they should be different. In America, everything is so closely put together. We put self-worth and value underneath title and compensation, and I just didn't want those two to blur again. But I am proud of what has been accomplished the last 2 months, and I did want to show it off. So I did make that announcement there. For those who do struggle with anxiety, this is going to sound weird, but I did spend a bulk of the last month trying to manufacture a ton of it. And I was really unsuccessful, which I guess is a good thing, but I was trying to poke holes and flaws in the process that I had because I really wanted to see what issues I could have, potentially were going to have, and just troubleshoot that way. And not that my model's perfect, but I did come back to the same conclusion each time, was that I'm doing what I can with what I have, and this is the best that it is right now, and it's only going to get better. So knowing that, I'm at peace. We're able to go. I even had a first couple of setbacks. Last week it was business cards. This week, today, was all the technical difficulties, which is why I'm recording this in real time and then getting this thing up on YouTube to share. So hard launch, soft launch. When I was back in May, the reason why I went for the soft launch was accountability. I did not want to just be working on a hypothetical project for however long until I decided to get it up. I wanted to be out there. I wanted it to be visible. I wanted people to be able to see it, find it, and I wanted to use that time to troubleshoot. There is, and there will be a climb to where I want to get to. But getting a chance to work out a few bugs in real time instead of in real time going ready, fire, aim was desirable to me. And you get to play around with some things, tinker. And when I've done marketing for people, that is usually what I have pitched and proposed was you want to give yourself a chance to really establish what it is you want to do. You don't want to do everything in real time because the more you have to do in real time, the more you take away from the work you actually have to do. So it gave me a chance to put all my picture together. And it's a culmination of every model that I've had really over the course of my career. It's never fast, it's always methodical, and it's designed to be collective, which is what OIAS is. And it's something that embodies who I am, which if I'm going to create a company, especially along the lines like this, you want it to be representative of you. Something else that I used this time for was to build my routine. I talk about my routine a lot. And it's not that I need a strict schedule to get things done, but I like to have a template, things that allow me to get what I want done, but also be able to do the things I want to do. Like working out. I may have missed that today, but we'll get that in. But typically I try to get my workouts in around 10 in the morning. Tuesday night, do spa night, grocery night, or grocery shopping at various points during the week. I try to get that done usually a Wednesday or a Friday. You want to have the template in place for your life so that you can do all the work stuff around that. And I feel pretty confident and good that we were able to get that done. It's just how I keep myself sane. And it's how I keep the focus on things that are important, which again, if you're going to be doing something like this or really anything, you want to make sure that you're good. You keep things tight, you keep things right. So that is that. As it relates to what I've learned in the past month, the positives of consistent branding will never fail. The podcast, the website, they're pretty closely branded together, at least in terms of colors, business cards, the whole batch. That was all met positively, which that feels good, right? That means that your instincts and things were at least on the right track, and now you just have to do something positive with it. On the work side, what I did realize is there was plenty of work. When I look at my focus, which a lot of which is smaller businesses, startups, there's a lot of those out there. And there's a lot of them that would like to bring in people who can do some of the things that they want. But when you look at a lot of the consulting firms, they're expensive, right? They've got office space, overhead, and they are also charging what they feel like justifies their time. That's not my model. And because of that, I really don't feel like I'm competing with anybody. And if there's a message that I would want to share with anybody is, your model matters more than the other people who are doing what it is you're doing. Because if you can do something a little bit different, not necessarily reinventing the wheel, but if you have something unique, people will gravitate towards that. And you got to do it well, but people will gravitate towards unique, especially if it gives them what they want. And the competition that you have is going to be less about the people doing what you're doing and more about making sure that you can uphold your standard. And I kind of like that. There's also plenty of opportunities to find different work, different places to network, and make sure that you exist in the way that you want to. When it comes to people, a lot of people will envy you, right? They will think what you're doing is cool, admirable, because going independent and doing business for yourself is one of those things that a lot of people want to do, but it's not as simple as just going out and doing it. There are some people that will have doubts, that will say it's not safe, it's not stable. Is what it is. That just means that they're not comfortable doing it themselves. It is not a reflection on you. And then more importantly, a lot of people are going to have ideas that they think are going to make your idea better. And you've kind of got to tune that out because you got to the point that you are at because you had a concept, you put everything around it, and you built it up. So knowing that, it's about sticking to what you feel like is going to be best for what you want to do. Not listening to what other people think, but if it doesn't mesh, don't try to make it mesh. As it relates to the focus, it's daunting if you don't have it. Fortunate for me, I did my graduate school online. That's 5 years worth. I can handle time management and I can stick to a script, a task list, those type of things. But the focus piece matters. There are some longer days, there are some shorter days. There are days where they just might not go well and you just throw in the towel and you just restart the next day. But it's all with the focus of building this thing up so that you can start again the next day. I would say one of the harder things is that your metrics for success are not tangible. I operate based off of checklists. I have a whiteboard that's to my right, that's around my desk. That's where I keep track of all the things that I'm doing. You add things, you erase things. You determine the success that you're having based off of the goals that you set. And if you're basing it purely financially, which ultimately you're going to have to really tie in that financial piece, you're going to be frustrated. But if you can build those little pieces of success in, get things done, keep yourself organized, you're going to feel pretty good at the end of the day. The hardest thing, though, is that you have to be your own cheerleader. And regardless of how much support you have, and I've had really good support in getting this up off the ground, you are the only one who's going to be able to get yourself out of bed, make something happen during the day, and motivate yourself to keep going, because it is not easy when you are doing something on your own. It just isn't. So that is probably the stuff that I've learned the most in the last month. Projecting ahead, the hard launch, it's nothing more than just now advertising and putting everything out there in addition to just what already existed. These business updates, they're not really going to be a thing. I did 2 of them, company's up. I'm not going to waste my time or yours by chronicling what it is running something like this. I just don't think that's interesting. I don't think that's worth your time, my time. We're going to skip it. If there's something amazing that happens, I'll share it, but it'll probably be in short form. Let's see. As it pertains to all of this, I do feel a lot more ready. I did talk about my hesitancy to share this on Facebook. And coming out of coaching, I was really wired to make myself intertwined with whatever it was I was doing. And I just think I've grown out of that. And it'll be a good test to make sure that I can retain some of that and keep it separate the way that I want to. The advertising is going to be precise. I've got the avenues that I'm going to be going. And the acknowledgement that I can't save the world. Don't want to save the world. I'm just here to not make it worse. And if I can stick to that, I think things are going to be great. I'm going to have the success that I want. And ultimately, this is going to be a good time. So that's it. As always, if anything resonates, give a like, share, subscribe. We are on Instagram now as well. In addition to this, you'll see all of that on the ending piece that comes here. And I think I got this thing also, right? This little confetti popper. Yeah, look at that. I'm running a company. Hard launch day, and now there's confetti all over the place, and I got to vacuum it up. But that is it. Stay tuned for more, and as always, thank you for watching.